maybe before we get into the new grants, Biden grants that aren't called grants, we got two little account the winners from the August 4th grant giveaway. That we're giving out, I guess $40,000, or maybe it's 35,000, I think. Next month will be 40,000. So those winners will be announced in the next day or so. Also tonight we have free grant training for members, and that's a live video. And grant, but it's not bad. But I just noticed this time my throat sounds a little funny. So it's that, blame it on Caleb. That's what it is. But tonight, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, if you remember, go to Let's Go Help 2 and sign up. You can sign up now, but that's where it is because that's a Zoom meeting. It's all live, and you can ask questions and everything. And it goes on for a while. So we really try to help people there a lot. That's where you get a lot of good one-on-one help. And you also get a lot of good help one-on-one by asking a question. And that's where I do. Particularly on Facebook, I answer most all those questions that you start on Facebook. So you won't get me with anything. Start a Facebook chat, whatever you call it, discussion, I think is what Facebook calls it. Start a new discussion and say, hey, let's go. Where the hell did I get money to do this? Or, hey, I got screwed by the government and they did this to me. Anything, man. I've been doing this stuff 40, 50 years. What's fun for me, I can't wait to wake up and see if I could solve your problem. Sure, I'm not 100% right, and I don't solve 100% of the problems, but most, I'm sure. Because actually, a lot of it falls to you. I show you where the answer most likely is. And then I think with the downfall that people don't get it takes work. It takes follow-up on your part to take what I'm giving you, contact them. If they can't help you, you have to go more and come back to me. Well, where to go? That's how you solve problems. You don't call, and there's not a magic vaccine for every problem. Problems don't work that way. Don't forget, you got into that mess not by just doing one thing. So you may have to get out of that mess by doing more than one thing. And that's what life is about. So it's all about being patient, and you're not going to change the world. The world's on its own course, whether you like it or not. And it's really how to fit into it, maybe change it a little, while you're here. And that's possible and doable. I think about it all we could. But let me tell you about Biden's new grants, okay? First of all, they're not called grants. That's why I tried to tell somebody, years, I've been doing this for 10, 15, 20 years, no, actually probably 30 years, 40 years, sorry, that I used to say, no, it's not grants, it's just free money. And that's what it is. And then what happened when the COVID money came along, then most of that money was grants. So I started using grants again. But now I see that now that COVID's after, most of this stuff is not grants that you get from the government. So if you're only looking for grants from the government, you miss so much stuff. And that's what the new Biden cash. Now, you don't care how you get the cash, you just get the cash. And so you have to figure out what the cash is for. And even if it's not called cash, man, it's still money in your pocket, and it's cash. They're going to get it to you one way or another. Or get some cash equivalent. Like instead of a car, you buy a car, you get a car. Now that's an equivalent. So that kind of stuff is what you have to start learning about. Now the first, really, I feel there's 1, 2, like 4 or 5 sections of your life that the new Biden, they call it the Inflation Reduction Act, right? So the Inflation Reduction Act cash. Okay, here's the Inflation Reduction Act cash. One is in healthcare. Lots of good cash in healthcare. How? It's likely, it's positively you're going to start paying less for prescription drugs. mainly because a law that's been on the books for 30 years or even more, that the government could not negotiate with the drug companies to get a lower price for prescription drugs, okay? Every other country, hey, how, every other country does do that, okay? And every other country pays 50% less on prescription drugs than we do, okay? So they're walking up to the counter and getting charged half the price you get charged when you walk up to the counter. Now, what the Biden law did was change that so the government now can negotiate. And so what would happen? We just put sticker price for everything, and it wasn't allowed to negotiate. Now, for an economy that's built on capitalism, that is the weirdest thing I've ever had. Then we pride ourselves and all this kind of stuff. But when you screw yourself, there's got to be a law of that. So the sharks got the edge because we weren't allowed to negotiate. So that's now just think of how much money prescription, particularly for 50 or more, maybe that could be half. So that's a big deal. Okay, that's there. Okay, now what they happen, particularly seniors are paying a lot out of pocket for prescription drugs. Okay, because the way the laws are, they have a copay and things like that. But that you can pay, seniors nowadays could pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 or more a year on prescription drugs. Okay, we stopped that. They stopped that. There's a maximum of $2,000 for out of pocket. Okay, so $2,000, if you pay that out of pocket, you don't pay any more, whether it's copay or anything else. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so you're paying there. Okay, also for people on diabetes who are taking insulin. Now those insulins can cost you $200 to $300 a vial or however they do it, and you be taking 1 or 2 vials a month. So if you're taking 2 vials a month, that's $600. Actually, maybe even 3 vials a month some people take. So that's $900 if you're taking the expensive stuff, the quality stuff. So that is now capped at $35. So wow, people are going to save a lot of money if you're talking insulin. They can't charge more than $35. So look at that. Now, that's not a grant, right? But you just got $500 a month in your pocket, okay? Drug cap at $2,000. That's not a grant, but you just saved yourself $3,000, $4,000 a year on that, okay? Or your prescription drugs. You now can put half the money that you pay for prescription drugs in your pocket and go to Vegas. Now that's cash, but it's just not cash from the government. It's making somebody else not charge you as much, okay? And they do that by laws, but we're a nation of laws. Some people think, some people don't think. Okay, that's the drugs and healthcare. Oh, the last thing on healthcare is joining healthcare.gov. Okay, they're going to they had the last 2 years, you need access to Facebook. Go to letsohelp@gmail.com. Send an email there and yell at Mary, Magic Mary. Tell Magic Mary you have some problems, okay? You got to get into Facebook because we have to load the thing. It's a complicated system to get the names on the Facebook. Facebook is a complicated system, but aside from all that. And where was I? On healthcare.gov, go there and see if you're eligible and what you're eligible for. More people are going to be eligible for free. Actually, 2 years ago, they gave you more grants to apply for cheap healthcare on that. And they were supposed to, anyone who sells you a cheaper one, they're just not sending you services. So what's great about the healthcare.gov one is that preventive care is free. So you're never going to charge for it. And that's what keeps you healthy. Not doing all this weird shit that the doctors want to do once you got something. It's not getting anything. So to help you not get anything wrong, that's all free with Obamacare, or healthcare.gov or whatever. And these private systems that are cheaper aren't going to give you that. So be careful. Always go to healthcare.gov first and check it out. And if you had a good cheap plan, you're going to be able to keep that now next year. Otherwise, it was going to end. So that's a lot of savings. I mean, some people are going to save $3, $4, $5, $6, $7,000 a year because of this new, you know, the Biden's Inflation Reduction Act. Okay. Oh, my voice is getting a little funky, monkey. Okay, now cash to buy cars. How do you like that? Okay, these are for electric vehicles. We're pushing electric vehicles. And so we want to get out of the gas guzzlers. And listen to this. If you have an electric vehicle and travel like 15,000 miles a year, you're saving $1,700 a year on gas. Plus, you're saving $330 less on repairs. So the repairs are less, the gas is less. That's $2,000 a year you're saving. You know, that's why we want to get people to do this stuff. You know, so that's $2,000. So if it costs you $20,000 even, you pay it back in, you know, what, 10 years, right? Of what you save. So that's why they're encouraging it. It's $7,500 for a new electric vehicle and $4,000 for a used electric vehicle, okay? Okay, now, here's where you go. You want to put solar on your house? You want to heat and cool your house with wind energy or geothermal or biomass fuel? Okay, the government is going to pick up 30% of that tab, okay, on any of those things. Okay, that's for solar, wind, geothermal, and biomass. And it's, you know, they calculate that you'll pay back in 8 years what it costs. But now, because the government's going to pay like a third of that, you'll pay it back in 4 or 5 years. You'll have it all paid off, you know? So that's what's cool, that you get that paid off. So in other words, you get the government money to put solar in, and in 4 or 5 years, it's all paid off, and you live electricity free. How do you like that? I mean, that's what, if you're not planning to live more than 4 or 5 years, then you probably don't want to do this. But your house is going to be a hell of a lot more value to your heirs if you have this, because they're going to move into a house that doesn't have an electricity bill. Now that's cool, isn't it? Okay, so you have that. Now, if you don't do that, you can get $2,000 to improve your home and make it more energy efficient. Okay, what do you get? Get like exterior windows, skylights. Oh, wouldn't that be great? Oh, skylight, even if you don't save energy, that'd be nice to have. Exterior doors, a new front door. How about a nice door with question marks on it? Wouldn't that be cool? Water heaters, an energy audit. They pay for an energy audit. That's cool to have. If the government's going to pay for it, you have an energy audit come up and they'll tell you how much money you're losing with all the holes in your walls or whatever it is you got, you know? And they go through and audit it. Or a new electrical panel. I don't know how that works, but a lot of people do. And you get money to put a new one. So there it is, $2,000, so you could cut your energy bills, okay? And that's good. So now you get up to $10,000 to put in solar, you know, and pay for no electricity for the rest of your life. Now that's a deal, man. Don't you think? Man, I live in an apartment now. So I don't know. Okay, here's the other one. $8,000 grants. Okay, again, this is not called a grant. This is called a rebate. You know, and you get rebates for buying, you know, electricity saving appliances, like $14,000 for buying efficient appliances. Hi, $14,000 in rebate. Man, there's a lot of appliances. The High Efficiency Home Rebate Program. Okay, again, this is cash in your pocket. You buy it, they give you the cash for what you bought, okay? So the trick is you had to buy that stuff. They don't give you the cash to go to Vegas. But man, you're going to buy this stuff, and it's like going to Vegas, because if they give you $14,000, you're going to get money flying into your pocket every day for the rest of your life. Okay, so yeah, $1,750 for a heat pump water heater. Okay, $8,000 for a heat pump space heating and cooling. $850 for an electric stove. I just bought a stove, and it was a lot less than $850, I think. $850 for electric heat pump clothes dryer. $4,000 for electric load service center upgrade. Don't know what that is, but it must be electrician stuff. $1,600 for insulation, air sealing, ventilation. Plug those holes, baby, around your windows and everywhere else there's cracks in the wall. Okay, electrical wiring, $2,500. Okay, and also what's neat about these programs too, you could claim the rebate and the other money they're given for the same project. Okay, so that's why you get paid twice for these things. Okay, now that's the basic things that are in the Biden inflation thing. There's two other big things that are there too that are probably even more important. One is jobs. You could get jobs now. There'll be it's going to create 1.5 million new jobs. So everybody has to create these products. Everybody has to, there's a lot of things industry has to do. All these things that we're trying to get rid of, carbon stuff, are going to create new jobs. How do you find these new jobs? You go to your career one-stop, because you have to know if there's companies where you live that are involved in this, that are going to get money, grants from the government to improve their manufacturing or business or whatever. See, this is just consumer stuff. And they're going to hire consumers for employees, and they're going to pay good wages. So that's what's good. 1.5 million jobs. Go to your careeronestop.org and find out about that. Okay, also, tonight there's class for members. Yes, I talked about it before you got here, Tammy. You were late. You have a tardy slip. Yeah, and also, I talked about that tonight. And what I'm going to do is try to send this list I have, so the members that are there could get this list, and you could share it with them. And that will be, I hope, available for you guys to give to everybody tonight. Now, the other thing is investment opportunities. The government's investing in it. Somebody's got to put in all these charging stations around the country. Somebody's got to, make the factories not pollute so much. These are opportunities for people who are entrepreneurs, and that's it. So you want to know who's getting this money, and the people getting that money to do stuff. The companies, well, are going to be great clients for you, because then they have money. They're getting tons of money. See, somebody just got $10 million for their business to do something the government wants them to do. Man, they're going to have to buy lunches. They're going to have to need more computer help. They're going to have to need more laundry, or whatever the heck it is. And that's what entrepreneuring is about. So you want to find out who's got that. And that's a little harder to find out, but not really. See, for jobs, it'd be your career one-stop. For businesses that are getting government money, that's called your Economic Development Office. So you want to go to your county and state and contact the Economic Development Office to see who's going to get the Biden Inflation Reduction grants. Okay, they're going to go to every state, because everybody has an elected official, and they're going to lobby to get their share. So their businesses are going to get it. When the businesses get the money, they got to spend it on people. They got to spend it on services. They got to spend it on hot dogs, whatever the hell they're buying. And if you're an entrepreneur, you want to go where the money is. They're going to be getting extra money, And you have to help them spend it. Who's going to help them spend it if you don't? This is a national emergency. You got to get out there and help these poor companies spend that money they're getting. See? And that's what it's all about. You don't wait for something to happen to you. You get out there and make it happen. Yeah. And sure, it doesn't happen all the time, but that's the game. If you're not willing to make it happen only, what, 2% of the time, 10%, 20%, whatever it is, that's the only way it's going to happen. You're going to get it 0% of the time if you do nothing. But maybe you get it up to 50, 60, 70% of the time. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. So I get it 10% of the time because I keep at it, man. That's what it is. So just practicing how to highlight names. Thank you for being good. And it's important that you try. And you don't have to be smart. You don't have to know people. You have to try. That's the name of the game. People may be smarter than you and know more people. Well, so maybe it'll be a little easier. I don't know. Sometimes not, because the real difference is in the trying. And because it's easy for them, they may not try as hard. And that leaves the opening for you, because you're going to try harder, man. And that's the difference. You're attending class tonight? Me? No, probably not. Especially if I hear with this voice. My voice is going already. But I'll get this list out and maybe put a report with this video on it so people could go through this list and see it there. And I've all the links on here for people to find out more. Okay? Ooh, that voice is going. Okay, I'm going to take off, guys. Don't forget, the two websites you want to know are lescohelp.com. That's to join for $20. And the other one, if you don't want to join, is lescohelpfree.com. That's, I'm putting a lot of free things up there. There's a lot of things. If you're not a member, you could certainly use that and get pretty far down the road by just the reports I have there. I have one that I just put up recently just for business. The best places for you to start any kind of business. Get that free. You don't have to give us $20. I have another great one there for 7 offices in the government. Is that $20 a month? Yes. 7 offices in the government that you could use your phone to get grants. You don't have to go on the internet. I'm trying to get people more use their phone, man, because that's where that really happens. And so they're the kind. And I'll put this up there because this is important. It's a new thing that the government has for everybody. See, I don't even think I should be in business. The government should be doing this. So we try to do it as cheap as possible for $20. And if we make money, we give it back to members. And we give it back to members now at $40,000 a month. And we're going to announce the winners, I think today or tomorrow. It looks like for the August 4th winners. But sign up for September 4th, because you've got $40,000 coming out for that. Sign up, and all you have to do is tell us what you would do with $1,000. That's all. Simple. Easiest grant on the internet. What you would do with $1,000 a month. Tell you, $20 a month. Yes. Yes. And if you have trouble with anything, it's lesgohelp@gmail.com. I set up another one. I think info@lesgohelp.com. Try that too. info@lesgohelp.com. They both go to Magic Mary. She's the magician. She's been with me longer than most of my wives. That's a phrase I haven't used before. Another phrase I use that my wife hates. Yeah, that's longer than most of my marriages. But she gets irritated. I can understand that. I irritate lots of people. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Voice is going. Talk to you soon. Oh, lesgohelp.com and lesgohelpfree.com. Let's Go Help, Let's Go Help Free. I'm going to put it in the discussion now, too, so you got it. Getting those members ready for class tonight. Members, if you are a Let's Go Help 2 member, put in a reminder of the group. Good, thank you.